We be fussing, we be screaming, but you the one I wanna lay beside this evening. I'm gonna come back even when I'm leaving. You give good love and I receive it. When you feeling down, I'ma sing to you. That ring on your finger got a ring to it. That's that real love. God fearing.
What's good, people?
To the windows, to the wall,
and to the sweat.
Wait a second. You was not supposed
yes, ma'am. Yeah, You know, that's yes and at the same time. To the sweat. You know.
Oh, skeet. I'm sorry.
Skeet. I'm done. Anyways, what's up, y'all? MMGA fam.
It's season 4.
What's that you got?
Season 4.
That's season 4 right there?
It is. It's four shots of espresso.
That's representative of season 4?
It is. Season 4, we want some more.
Four shots of espresso and what else? Cream?
It's some cold. It was cold foam on top.
Uh-huh.
It was blonde espresso, too. And I added 2 Splenda just for kicks and giggles.
For kicks and giggles? Man, let me see.
Wait, no. It's a brown. Why you got to It's a brown sugar.
You need a little more sweet in there.
Oat milk shaken espresso. No, I like the taste of coffee.
You need a little more sweet in there.
You just want everything all sweet.
I
all
need like
dang
another
on
Splenda
time.
or two. One more Splenda or two.
It's my drink.
Huh?
It's my drink.
It is, but
your
I'm just
drink,
saying.
you put 6 Splenda in yours.
Why are you telling everybody my business? That's your problem now. Talk too much.
You said
know?
what? You
That
said
is
what?
your problem now. You talk too much.
We're talking about problems today too, ain't we?
You is. And let's address some of them right now. What's up, y'all? I'm glad y'all popped in.
problems today.
Oh, snap it. Messed the microphone
Look, that's
up.
what you get. Thank you, Lord. Thank
Look.
you,
Lord.
Lord.
Before we get started, y'all, I want to tell you, go on over there to www.makemarriageGreatAgain.love. We got an ebook over there that's really talking about the marriage ecosystem. It's fire, y'all. It's really a kept secret, and I need you guys to. It's kept.
It is,
and I need you to uncover it so that it ain't kept no more.
You preach all the time,
no,
bro.
I'm not. And I need you to go
right
get
now.
some of that good merch because the merch is over there. No, it's some good merch over there.
Please.
And I think y'all enjoy it. So go there. MakeMarriageGreatAgain.love. Go follow us on YouTube.
And you know what else they can do on the
Make Marriage Great
website?
Again podcast. What else can they do on the website?
Ouch. They can get the link to the next Make Marriage Great Again event.
So yeah, speaking of that, y'all.
Yeah, Glow.
Hey. So listen, speaking of that, on April the 26th? April the 26th, y'all.
Yeah.
We are having our 5-year anniversary celebration.
Wait, we've been doing this for 5 years?
A fish dinner, Fever in the Funk House. You know, 5 years. 5, the number of grace, you know, whatever you want to say. 5 years, y'all. We've been doing this for 5 years. So
we've been podcasting for 5 years.
Podcasting for 5 years. The first 3 years were just audio only. The last 2 years have been YouTube and audio. And so it's been fire. It's been an amazing ride. It's 5 years. I want y'all to come celebrate with us because it's going to be dope. It's going to be April the 26th in the evening tide.
Yeah, it's going to be a good little date night. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a live podcast so that y'all can be actually with us as we go back and forth, natural banter, have some good questions, have some audience input.
For about 30 to 40 minutes.
Then we're going to have a couples game night.
Couples game night.
Now, you know me and Julius.
I'm competitive.
We're extremely competitive. Yeah. And the Lancasters ain't about to lose, so.
We'll try not to. Anyway.
I'm going to try, spades, we got to talk before we play.
Spades.
So
they want none of them spades.
We might have some bid whist, some dominoes.
I got a couple of people, too, I got to get some revenge on that spades table. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
So make sure that you register and come on because I need my get back.
And matter of fact, I'll register your name for you so that I can make sure that you're there that night.
You want to say their name out loud?
Go ahead and say it.
I ain't going to say it. You say it.
No, you say it.
Jalen and Lamar.
Oh,
Now,
snap.
I said it now.
Jalen and Lamar.
I'm calling y'all out.
Pugsley.
I'm calling y'all out to the whole thing.
Dang, he
to
put
the
y'all
whole
on
everything.
blast.
I'm calling you out. Y'all thought y'all had us. I was
Y'all
sleepy.
did. Mm-hmm.
You know, was late.
And then they snuck out talking about they had to get the baby was asleep.
That's fine.
You know,
That's
the baby.
fine.
Well, you ain't gonna have no baby that night.
That's
you have a babysitter.
That's fine.
Come on.
That's fine.
Come on and get this spade,
That's
Tom.
fine. That's fine.
I
Anyways,
got 6 of the possible. Anyway,
yeah.
so we're going to be playing games. Got some other games planned. Probably some dominoes for my real OGs. I don't know how to play dominoes, but
get them bones out. That's what they call bones. Why are you looking?
and
we'll
we'll probably have good old fashioned stuff like Connect Four,
maybe some Uno,
Jenga. Uno gets disrespectful.
Uno's disrespectful, and also maybe some. They don't call it that no more. Charades.
Charades.
Yeah.
You talking about taboo?
Taboo.
Now taboo will cause a fight.
Nah, yeah.
I'm the master at taboo.
Yeah.
If I'm on anybody's squad, we're winning. What? Fix your face and identify the problem. Anyway, so be on the lookout for that.
You're lying.
I'm not.
That's the problem. You're telling a lie.
All right.
Okay, go ahead now. Finish what you were saying.
You're going to have more problems here in a second.
I don't have no problems.
You're going to have some when you leave.
I'm not dealing
You're
with
going
those
to have
threats.
problems when you leave.
I'm dealing with those idle threats and empty threats and stuff.
Idle and empty is
I'm
crazy.
not doing that. I'm not doing that in episode 4.
It's not.
doing
It's
that.
season 4.
Season 4. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the idle threats. If you're gonna say it, then live up to it.
You ain't got to worry about it.
I'm not doing it.
You ain't got to worry about it. It's going to be consequences for your actions when you leave out of this place.
Y'all, April 26th. I need y'all to
Just go ahead and go to the website, y'all, so y'all can go ahead and do what y'all need to do to go ahead and buy your tickets. Y'all know if it's anything Make Marriage Great Again gonna do, we gonna have some food for y'all.
It's gonna be some
we gonna
food.
eat really, really good.
Yep.
We're gonna have a live podcast.
Yep.
And we're gonna have a couples game night.
Yep.
I'm super, super excited about it. So go to the website.
Yep.
Grab y'all's tickets.
And y'all gonna be able to pull out some of that good gear that you got in the closet that
they
you've
can
been
be
waiting
fresh.
for that special night, that special thing. You can come all the way fresh. I mean, fresh.
He
too.
just wants to get fresh.
I'm gonna get fresh.
He wants to get fresh.
I'm putting that ish on. Like AB said, I'm putting put that on. I'm putting it on.
Can somebody
right
please
now.
send help?
I'm putting it on.
Could somebody please send help?
I'm putting it on. I'm putting it on. Like
I put home
you.
for my city on.
I'm putting it on, y'all. Okay. Come on. So
let's talk about these problems.
So y'all, today we're gonna talk about I think it's an important topic for all people in relationships, and this transcends all relationships. I don't care if it's friends, if it's platonic, I don't care if it's romantic, I don't care if it's with your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin.
Anybody.
All
I love the people.
You gotta do one thing in those relationships.
And what's that?
Because issues is going to come and all of that type of stuff. Friction is going to come. You got to recognize the real problem.
Recognize the real?
You got to recognize the real problem.
Sound like a rap song.
It might be. It might be a rap song, but it's real life.
The real.
You got to recognize the real problem, meaning you got to know what's the real root of why y'all beefed out, why y'all going back and forth.
Sheesh.
You know
how intense what you're talking about and how long of a process that is?
It don't have to be.
Man, when you add in trauma and childhood trauma and so that stuff just don't come out.
Well, if it's some deep-rooted stuff like that.
Man, a lot of the time it is.
A lot of the times it is.
A lot of the time people be having problems that they don't even know that they have and they end up taking it out on their significant other, you know what I'm saying? Because they're triggered by trauma. It's like their trauma response. And they don't even know
that they're being triggered.
Yeah.
They're just being triggered and they're responding. They think they're just responding, not realizing they was triggered, is basically what you're saying.
Flat out. Have you ever had instances in our marriage for the past 13 years where you've responded and it was really like, oh, I just got trauma?
And you done pissed me off plenty of times. Just keep it all the way 100. You done got up under my skin on many occasions.
I did not say anything about me pissing you off. I said as there's been times in our 13 years where you have been triggered and then later on you came to the realization that it was your trauma. How did you hear I pissed you off.
You just put a lot of words with it that sound good. At the end of the day, you pissed me off.
All right. Okay.
Just like I've done to you.
Oh, yes.
You know, just like I've done to you.
Ooh.
So it's been plenty of time.
Like right now.
Hey, y'all, so listen, Ashante and I have been connecting real well lately.
Oh, God. We're going to have to do an episode.
We've been connecting.
About the connectivity.
We've been connecting real well lately. We're in this season right now where I don't know what it is. I think we're feeling each other
I know what it is, but that's for another episode.
On a different level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's been well. But so we utilize these opportunities to pretend like we mad so that we can make up later.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nothing like making up after pretend. You just make an issue.
No, Julius has started. Might just start just in the morning, just start stomping around. What you stomping for? And then we just engage all day in like this little back and forth. But it's not serious, and we both know why we're doing it.
We know what it's leading to. We know what's happening.
You need to grow up.
But y'all, so listen.
You need to grow up.
But when I'm talking about recognize the real problem, so I think Ashante brought something good out. She said a lot of that stuff is trauma-induced. It's, you know, we're being triggered. And we're being triggered in ways that we didn't even know we had a problem in, or areas we didn't know we had a problem in, and we're being triggered. But I think like recognizing the real problem is important. One of my favorite sayings, and I say it all the time at church.
A problem undefined is undefeated.
A problem undefined is a problem undefeated. And I think like if you're not able to really, really define what the problem is, you're just going to repeat
the cycle.
Yeah, and it's never ever going to stop. So even in all of us having trauma, being triggered, having things that we deal with that we don't realize we're dealing with, I think if you make the goal, like in a relationship, like a marriage, you make the goal like, so we need to get to the root of all problems.
Here's the thing. In order to get to the root of the problem, you got to tell the truth. And I think that is, the Bible says that the truth will make you free.
That's what it says.
And I think that is probably the most majorest issue when it comes to tackling the real problem is you have to tell the real truth. Mm-hmm. You have to be real honest. You have to be real transparent. You have to be real accountable in order for this real problem not only to be exposed, but to be fixed.
So give me an example then of you feel like either me or you where we were triggered or where there was contention between you and I. And this is real life, y'all, where there was contention between you and I, and it was really stemming from something else, but it was coming out a certain way, but it was really stemming from something way deeper than what either one of us were willing to admit initially.
I would say there were some things that I hadn't admitted to you ever that had taken place when I was younger, and it was affecting us in the bedroom, but I had never said anything. And so it wasn't until we finally discussed the real problem that we were able to, fix that. But I mean, again, you got to tell the real truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not just the whole, or I don't want to do that, or I don't like that, or I don't want to go there, or this person gets on my nerves, or that's all fake. That's all phony. Or, I'm just, crowds give me trauma.
I'm just not into that.
I'm just not into that, or loud noises scare me. It takes deep work for you to, again, you have to be honest and tell the truth and not be embarrassed to go ahead and shed light on a dark space so that it doesn't affect the marriage.
So when you talk about the truth shall make you free.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. The truth, a lot of the times, not only makes the person who tells it free, it makes the person who they're telling the truth to free. Okay. Because like the example that you brought up, situations, so I was perceiving that as rejection.
Yes.
When really it wasn't rejection.
Right.
It was the fact that it was stemming from a traumatic place
Right.
on your end.
Right.
But not until you disclosed
That's good.
that trauma to me was I able to realize that I wasn't being rejected.
Man. And if I would have never done that, you would have been living as my husband thinking that my wife doesn't want me.
Thinking that I was being rejected.
That's crazy.
And then, watch this. Here's where the domino effect of that is. With a person who already struggles with rejection from some
other trauma.
From some other trauma unrelated to you.
Yeah.
So now what happens is your inability to be upfront and tell the truth initially was causing me to feel like I was being rejected. And then that situation was triggering some traumatic situations in the past in me.
Jeez.
And so now, you know what I mean? It's bringing up a whole array of feelings and emotions and unresolved issues in me because I'm feeling like you're rejecting me, but then you're not telling me because you're afraid to tell the truth because it's causing you to have to deal with some things that you hadn't never really dealt with before.
Yeah.
And these are the dangers of not really recognizing the real problem.
And this is why before you get married, even really seriously dating, and if marriage is like been in the works or the talks, there needs to be for real conversations and discussions about what you've endured.
Everything.
Like everything got to be on the I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's, man, I used to steal.
Yep.
You got to be able to be, if this is the person that you're about to be married to, because if not, you legit bring these secrets and bring this secret trauma into your marriage, and people be getting divorced.
And let me
because it's like, well, she don't want me, or he's rejecting me, or whole time you not telling the truth.
And you getting divorced over fake reasons. You getting divorced over surface level issues.
It ain't even real.
It ain't even the real. And so then you're not disclosing the real, and the real is still hidden. So really what you're doing is you're carrying around a hidden issue, and it's only going to resurface later in your next relationship.
And here's the thing, like you said when we first started, this does not just affect marriages. It affects all of your relationships.
Yep.
If you have rejection issues, if you have abandonment issues, your friends will feel the brunt force of your rejection.
Yep.
The minute your friend have construction criticism about your project or your idea, the minute that your friend goes to do something in business, your jealousy will kick in. There are all of these things that will kick in because you have brought in your trauma into your relationships.
And then you'll start projecting without explaining. So you're projecting how you're being made to feel because what you're doing is you're perceiving what they're doing as rejection, and it's really not. But because you went with your perception, because perception is reality, so you agreed with your perception and received that as reality. Yeah. Now you start projecting on the people. I wonder how many people have been cut off because they were projecting, and their projection is the cutoff game. So we run around, we cut a lot of people off because they might have gave us some constructive criticism, but we perceive their constructive criticism as rejection.
Or them hating.
So we cut them off. We ain't even dealing with that person no more because really, for real, we didn't do a good job of taking a look in the mirror.
Or how many times have we fell out with people and then dogged people out to other people based on our perceptions of what they've done.
Yep.
But the lens of that perception is from a very hurt place, a trauma-filled place.
Yep.
When in reality, if you were not looking at it through your trauma spectacles,
you could have saw the real.
You could have saw the real.
Yep.
And the problem probably wasn't really that serious.
Yep.
Or you didn't want to have a conversation because of your trauma. Trauma legit halts all growth.
It stunts all growth. It delays all growth. Sometimes it prevents growth.
It does.
And so, like being able to recognize the real. Like for me, one of my issues with in relationships, I think, but I've gotten better, but I still feel like it's a ways to go for me. I feel like is being so black and white with people when it comes to my communication. You're
a really analytical guy, though.
I'm analytical. I'm cerebral. It is or it ain't with me. They either did or they didn't. You know, it either happened or it didn't. That's like how my thought process is a lot.
Yeah.
But what I realized in life is life is not always as black and white as what I think.
Well, people aren't black and white.
Right. And so what I'll do is I'll take the end result and not care about how it ended up getting to that result. I'm just looking at the result. Either you did or you didn't. I don't care about why you did or why you didn't.
And that's the part where human emotion and feelings, that's where that dwells.
That's where that dwells.
Yeah.
That's where that dwells. And so it was a tough time for me to relate to the why, because I'm only looking at the what. I'm only looking at the what happened.
So I'll give y'all an example. Like if I was supposed to be to church
somewhere at a certain time,
at the house at 10, and I got to the house at 11, and Julius would say, "Well, where you been, or why are you late?" And I would give him just this long list of why I wasn't there when I said I was going to be there. He's not concerned. It's much better now, but in his mind, you said 10, it's now 11. All the stuff in the middle, the reason why the middle doesn't matter to him is because that means that you didn't prepare. If you knew you had to be somewhere at 10, you would have prepared to be somewhere at 10. And so you being there at 11, now the middle almost communicates you don't care. The middle almost communicates, you know, I've been here waiting on you. The middle almost now communicates rejection.
That's it. And so that was communicating rejection to me. So the truth is, yeah, maybe they could have prepared better. Maybe. But the reality is they didn't for whatever reason. And I need to care more about the reason why.
You need to care more about the middle.
They didn't. You see what I'm saying?
Because in my mind, I'm telling you, I overslept, and now I'm going down the rabbit hole. If my kids was up all night, you know, I want him. I'm wanting to bring him into empathy, into caring why I was late. But the way an analytical black and white person's brain is set up, they have to be very intentional to go into that space with people. And the thing about humans is most people, including Julius, they care about how you make them feel.
Yes.
That's it. I don't, you can give me $100 and make me feel terrible.
If you talked about me as you was giving me the $100, the fact that you gave me $100 don't even matter.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel good. You can give me $10 and make me feel like I got 1,000. That is what people care about, is the way you make them feel. So I think in being married for so long and being with each other, we've been able to navigate these spaces and just have these. The conversations we let y'all in on are the conversations that we have at home or in the car or whatever. And being able to identify, like, man, I suffer with that, or I sit with rejection or abandonment. And I tend to, when I get in relationships with people, I don't enter into that realm with them. I don't enter into the empathetic realm with people most of the time. Not me, but I'm speaking for him. Not wanting to, because that is a space of trauma. So I'd rather not.
Yeah. And I think too, just looking at it from a perspective of, I don't have to lower the standard of whatever has been set in order to empathize with people. And I think that's where, and that's where a lot of that comes from is feeling like, well, if I empathize, then that means I'm given the green light to continue to not meet the standard. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't have to lower the standard in order to empathize with people. And I think that was part of my problem, is realizing, like, so wait a minute. So at the end of the day, human relations is what's most important. Human relations.
Do you understand, like, how hard it is to even say that? Like, being a business owner, being a pastor, being a parent, right? Being a spouse. All of those are leadership positions. And in all of those positions, the thing that matters the most
is human relations.
Is how the people feel in those relationships.
And this is how I know, A, the Lord loves me, and B, has a sense of humor all at the same time.
Why?
Is because that's the area that I need to be better in.
Yeah.
And those are the roles that God places me in.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that you're introverted, and I know that you would prefer to be by yourself, doing whatever it is by yourself. And because of that, guess what? I'm going to make you be a pastor. I'm going to make you have to deal with people and have to tap into that empathetic and emotional realm with people and care about what they care about.
Not only that, it's making you get to the real problem.
Yeah.
I think for the reason why God is so amazing is he's making you get to the real problem of why you don't want to do that. Same with me. He's making me get to the real problem as to why this bothers me or as to why I run from this or, you know what I mean? Like he puts us in situations for those situations to basically make us do what it is that we need to do or heal from what we need to heal from.
Yeah, and I think that's good, recognizing the real. So we beat up on me a little bit for the last 10 minutes.
I wasn't beating up on you.
No, I know. I'm just playing. But what's one of yours? What's one of yours you feel that something that you struggle with that you've come to the realization of over the course of the last several years?
Nothing. I'm perfect.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. First, Ashante Lancaster is operating in perfection. You heard it first.
One of the Lord's angelic hosts.
The self-proclaimed perfection.
Oh, the blood of the Lamb covers me, and I am without spot and wrinkle.
Yeah,
Yep.
heard it here.
That's what the Bible says. I'm perfect in His image.
All right.
So
what about my image?
Your image, doesn't get me into heaven, so.
Ooh. It gets you into a lot of stuff that's going to be halted. It gets you into a lot of stuff that's going to be halted. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. My image might not get her into heaven, but my
image is going to have her halted.
Yes, from a lot of, because it does get her into a lot of stuff.
I think that, one of the things, I don't know,
Can I tell you?
The room for improvement is always the biggest room in the house.
Can I tell you?
Sure.
Focusing on a single task.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that. I can't sit still.
I feel like administration.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. And so because of the way our business is set up.
He puts me in administrative roles.
I put her in it because I feel like it's going to help her be well-rounded.
Because he doesn't feel like doing it.
Well, no. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear. I like to do that type of stuff for real. Mm-hmm. Because initially, when we first got married, she wasn't paying the credit card bills on time.
Time out, Jew. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And so
I was pregnant.
I took that.
I was pregnant with Zion.
You're right.
And I had King, who was only 18 months older at the time.
You're right. And so those were reasons
the Sam's Club card, it just slipped my mind.
And that thing went on my credit, and it was like,
boy, that thing went on his credit and knocked that credit down 40 points.
I was salty. But anyways.
So he took all the bill paying from me 13 years ago. Yeah, he did.
But so the reason why I'm saying that is this. I'm not putting you in those situations because I don't like to do it or I can't.
I know.
Because I could very easily
you do it.
I do it because I feel like it's going to help you be better.
Well, let's be clear. Well, more well-rounded maybe, but my ADHD brain, I do. Talk to my psychologist. It is something that I have. I don't take no medicine for it, but it's something that I know that I deal with. And most women they go misdiagnosed because ADHD in women shows up way different than it does little boys. And so Julius is right. I literally would do 17 tasks at one time. And the problem with that is they don't get completed. I'll have laundry in my hand. I'll be on a conference call. Then I'll go downstairs and lay some meat out for dinner. Then I'll go to our room. And then none of those things get completed. And so he's not like that. He is he is like our Sun King. He is a sit down and hammer it out until that one task is done. The way my brain is set up, I'm sitting down. Like the other day, I had to pay bills. Y'all, I hate doing anything that has to require me of sitting down for a long period of time.
Billing.
No, I had to pay the bills.
Oh, your bills, yeah.
So I had to pay the bills. So I'm paying the credit card bills, and I'm asking to speak to a representative. And I was so frustrated for that 30 minutes because it was like having to sit still and finish all that. And I had to make the conscious decision, to sit in that chair and not get up till it was done.
So she was able to do it. And I was proud of her.
It was painful.
I was proud of her. And so the reason why I feel like we've identified our problems. So Ashante is the life of the party. Human relations is her strong suit. So what she'll do, though, is she'll have a whole bunch of people gathered with absolutely no structure. And so everybody be like, so what we're doing next? You're like, I don't know, just have a good time, guys. And everybody just be having a good time. And there'll be no moving forward plan. But for me, I'm coming with structure
and fun.
But so if it's
guys,
me,
everybody
it's gonna be all structure. But if it's for her, it's just gonna be all fun.
So then together, we're perfect.
Yeah, it's a good combination. I'm getting better with the fun though. And
I'm getting better with the structure.
You are. You're getting better. We're both getting better. But the only reason why we're able to is because we're able to recognize the real problem. Right? Okay. All right, y'all. YouTube, Make Marriage Great Again podcast. Instagram, MMGA podcast. Facebook, Make Marriage Great Again podcast. Website, www. I like saying
you
that.
You do. You just like telling somebody.
I don't like uncle. W. I like W. www.
W.E. Du Bois.
W. Du Bois. He was a bad boy, wasn't he? www.makemarriageGreatAgain.love. Go check it out, y'all.
ASAP.
Babe.
See y'all soon.